Boys and girls, what's going on right now? The admins can't stop pumping out new updates. The new Duels update 1.5 called War and Spleef is finally out, and while it adds a new reward system, a bunch of new maps, menus and quality of life changes, it also brings us 5 entirely new modes, including not one, but 2 brand new Bad Wars modes that the community has been waiting for ages. Sadly, this doesn't come without controversy, which I even got my hands on some exclusive insider information for you for. I didn't expect that Motor Gorilla, I think he's like the main game developer at the moment, like the admin for this. I didn't expect him to actually take the time and like listen to the top Duels players to see what he can improve.
Yeah, no, he was really nice. He said, I truly want to make this better. The reason I'm here is because I legitimately want to make things right where I can.
But we will tackle that at the end of the video. So let us not waste any more time and get right into it. Let's start with the new reward system, the so-called Duelist's Odyssey. This is now Duels' main reward system. Quote, each major division in every mode now comes with its own reward in addition to a title. And rewards say really brought us because there are almost 200 new rewards that you can earn across Duels. As some of you might know, I used to play Duels to warm up for Bad Wars, so I actually have some of these rewards unlocked, and let's just claim them together. I actually saved this for exactly this recording. Basically, if you go ahead and click on this, you can already see this is the Duelist Odyssey. I've got Godlike 2 in the Path of All modes. This is the overall mode system where I have almost 30,000 wins. Whoa. And obviously Sumos. I'm a Sumo Celestial. I think you all know that. So the most rewards I definitely have in this mode, but let us start off with the mode that I've played the least. So let's go ahead and click on Classic Duels. You will be met with this little progression path where you can see every single reward, which that's very, very cool. I apparently have unlocked the first 3. I really like them being shown by the die here. That's pretty cool. And as you can see, I get 2,500 tokens for the first one. Well, then this is a reminiscent prefix icon. Okay, you're gonna understand what that is in a second. We're gonna talk about that, but let's go ahead and claim that. And the blank weapon name pack. I'll go over all of the cosmetical things in a second here. This is the Skywars Duels one. Okay, again, 2,500 tokens. Delta prefix icon looks a little better than the one before. And a Skywars lobby cage. Okay, I can't complain about that. That's pretty cool. You only get rewards for like every single division title and not for like Master 2, Master 3. It's just Master in general, and then we get to Legend in general. And next up we have the All mode path, which holy, I've unlocked most of that. That's pretty cool. Sigma prefix icon. Insert meme here for youngsters. That looks pretty good actually. I like that. Vanilla white prefix scheme. We're gonna go over the new prefix schemes. That's gonna be very cool. The podium prefix icon, which just looks like pie a little bit, okay. And the last couple I don't have yet. And last but not least, we have the Path of Sumo Duels. Okay, I've got 9 in this one. Heavyweight champion title, heavy dark green prefix scheme. I already have this one, so instead I get 25k tokens. Okay, it's pretty cool that they give you a replacement if you already unlocked this. After that would be the Blossoms prefix scheme, which looks very good by the looks of this preview. And then we have the Fists prefix icon, which is way too big. No one is ever going to use that, right? So yeah, that's what you can get for the whole reward system they added. I think that's pretty cool actually. Like, I think if you're actively grinding for all of these and then just able to claim yourself a reward in addition to the title you used to get already, that's a very, very good system. I really like that. But as I already mentioned, there are also a bunch of cosmetical changes. This ranges from new game-specific cosmetic types to changes to the Duels titles and scoreboard customization. In order to fit all of the cosmetic types they added into one menu, they are now sorted by game mode in this cool new menu system. So you will have an easier time finding and browsing your favorite cosmetics. The way this works is that every single mode has its own little icon in here, the new modes as well as some modes that already existed, but more on the new modes later. And then if you, for example, have Mega Worlds Duels cosmetics, you can just click on this, and every single type of cosmetic in that mode you can just click on and then equip whatever you'd like. The game-specific cosmetic types are pretty cool, with the admins explaining we have added a few new cosmetic types that are specific to certain modes. Many of these can be earned through the new Duelist's Odyssey system. This includes, for example, a toggle between a golden helmet and an iron helmet in classic duels, which both have the same armor values, or a toggle between a gold sword and a wooden sword in one of the new modes they added, which have the same attack damage. So basically, cosmetical changes to your standard equipment, kind of like a skin system for your weapons and armor. What's also pretty cool is that you can find a new settings menu to customize exactly what you want to have showcased in the scoreboard that you can find on the right side right here. In the past, and for me actually right now still, this used to display just your overall stats, but now you can choose any stats for any specific mode to display instead. If I, for example, as a sumos player, wanted to display my sumo stats, I can just click on it like that. And just as you can see there, my current sumo's win streak is 0 and my best win streak is 34, which, I mean, let's be honest, I'm a super professional sumos player. But no, on a real note here, I really think this is a pretty cool addition. If you like main any specific mode, then you can just go ahead and display exactly the stats that are important for you. I think that's a very cool thing to do. But to finish all the cosmetical changes, let's get to the change you probably waited for. The Duels title changes, which you can find under My Cosmetics and All Mode Cosmetics. Here you will find 3 different options to change your title in general, its color, and the icon in front of it. As you can see here, an icon is just a little symbol that's displayed in front of your name. This new system gives you a lot of new customizability, and I think it's very cool that it's all unlockable by playing with the new reward system. And there's obviously still a few options that you can just buy for tokens. Here I just went ahead and crafted together an example title with the pieces I have unlocked. I just unlocked the Sigma icon, I think you can remember that, we just unlocked that a second ago. Oh, what I really like, some of these prestige schemes actually consist of multiple colors. Like, take a look at this. It's a very cool thing, almost like Bad Boys prestiges. And just like that, you can see there is my new thing that I've equipped. This is a bunch of new content which seems very fitting for a big update like this, and I really like it. And now before we get into the new modes they've added, which we're all waiting for, let's take a look at the new menu system, settings, and quality of life changes. As you could already see by me showcasing other various different things, this is a new Duels menu, featuring access to the Duelist's Odyssey reward system, all of your cosmetics, your match history, and an entirely new game settings menu. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this right now. This really reminds me of the Bad Boys settings menu that they recently added. And I love to see them making a standardized system for stuff like this. And then in here, you can find the toggleable settings. And some of these you can also unlock with the new division reward system. For example, you can see if I want to bold my division title, I have to unlock it. Really like the way this looks. Then you have the layout editors. This also exists in Bad Boys. Pretty cool thing to have. Then we have the lobby sidebar stats. We already looked at that. Then we have the ping range, the challenge settings, and then last but not least you have the lobby status. And I also went through all the quality of life changes, and I'll present to you just the most interesting ones. First of all, Hypixel changed hit delay from 20 to 18 ticks. To explain that real quick, the window of time in which you are not able to be hit because you just got hit and now you're invincible and you're lighting up red, that little time frame has been decreased. This is a very small difference, but this makes it so the hit delay is in line with the rest of the server, for example Bad Boys and all the other PvP related modes. This is a super interesting change. Duels PvP always felt slightly off to me, and I'm intrigued to see if it will feel more like to, for example, Bad Boys now. And actually I'll go ahead and test that right now. I haven't played this in so long. Oh my god, by default these leaderboards are switched on. I'll have to toggle that off again. I always play with the leaderboards off. Okay, let's see if I can notice anything. Okay, aside from this player being very laggy, it does feel kind of cooler. I have to admit, it feels a little more like Bad Boys. Maybe the... Okay, this very well might just be the placebo effect. I'm gonna try it another time here. Yeah, this actually feels a little better than before. So I think this actually makes a pretty big difference, and I really like to see that. And the next one is, I think, pretty apparent. They basically changed the lobby and also moved around the NPCs in order to fit all the modes. The rest of these changes are very small and specific to the respective modes they revolve around. So if any of them interest you, you can just pause the video and read it for yourself right here. Boys and girls, I'm so excited to be able to present to you Duels' 5 brand new modes. We also tested all of these live for my second channel, and we're obviously starting with the only one that isn't really its own mode, Classic Duels 2v2. This is just classic duels for 4 players and with the armor having projectile protection because of the extra arrows that the teams will have. And for that we actually need a teammate. I'm very bad at that. Okay, here we go. I love this map. Whoa. Whoa, this is such a cool map. I think you teammate, you can fight this guy. I'm gonna try my best beating this guy. Woo, I'm the greatest, dude. Teammate, don't get beaten up. Ooh, that's kind of hard. Yay! Okay, cool. It's a fine mode. I personally wouldn't play this, but I would actually give this an 8 out of 10. One point I have to take away because there's no one playing it, but that's not Hypixel's fault. One point I have to take away because I wouldn't personally play this, but aside from that, the map is gorgeous. Yeah, very enjoyable. Next up, we have Quakecraft Duels. This mode comes with 5 maps, and the player who gets 6 kills first will be victorious. Okay, you just randomly spawn right here, and then what do you do then? What the heck? 5 for 5? That's so... Oh, that was close. Okay, that's Quakecraft. Woo! I personally would give it... Oh, I'm not a Quakecraft player. As someone who's played Quakecraft like 2 times in his life, I would give it like an 9 out of 10. Next up, we have Spleef Duels. Hypixel's try at the all-time classic Spleef, using shovels and projectiles to try to mine your opponent to fall into his inevitable loss. What's pretty cool to me is that they used all sorts of different materials for the platforms, whereas most other servers use snow, sand, or gravel for this. Next up, we're gonna test the new Spleef Duels mode. You've got a bow spleef match and a spleef match. We're gonna test both of these. Okay. This is the fastest mode to get wins in now, apparently. Alright, so apparently we have bows and... Nah! Do I have infinite arrows? I hope so. Oh, I got a win! Nice. Okay, again, we win these. So that mode... Well, nothing I would privately play, but it's a mode. Oh yeah, this is like... Okay, the maps? You can't say anything about the maps. They are very well made. Okay, wait. We gotta focus. Yeah! Okay, we win these as well. But yeah, also this mode, it's more emotional than I would have like imagined. I would give Spleef Duels a 7 out of 10. It's well made. I like the idea. I personally wouldn't play it. Pretty cool mode. Can't complain. But now, last but not least, the 2 Bad Wars modes. Yes, it has actually happened, and we are going to start with Hypixel's rendition of Bet Fight called Bet Rush Duel. Spawn in with a pre-made bet defense and a hotbar filled with some tools and blocks. Bridge straight to your opponent's island, destroy their bet, and finish them off. It's just like classic Bet Wars, but with no shopkeepers, generators, or other islands to slow you down. This mode comes with 5 new maps as well, and is basically just Bet Fight for Hypixel. I like the base... Oh wait, that's... Okay, I remember. Bet Rush, Bet Fight. I don't play that. It already existed on other servers, but I never played it, I believe. Or maybe once I played it. Is the build limit also like very... Oh, nah, the build limit is pretty good. Ah, sad. Okay, we queued into a professional. There's not many ways to come back from that anymore. Oh, he just blocked at me. Well, it being bugged and me not really playing this, I personally would give it maybe 6 out of 10. It's a cool idea, but like, even though I'm not a Bet Fight player, I like this being available on Hypixel. And now the absolute highlight. Boys and girls, it is actually true. If you go ahead and click on this beautiful NPC here with this very accurate Steve representation, you can go ahead and click on this mode with 72 current players, Bad Wars Duel 1v1. You can now 1v1 on the 4vs map in a Bad Wars Duels mode. This is super exciting, and while I don't know if this will be the new go-to mode for people who want to duel in Bad Wars, it is super cool to finally have this mode here. Let's see what this map is like. Yeah, this is just 4v4 maps. That's very sad. This should be normal Bad Wars 4v4 just for 1 person per team. We're starting to run out of blocks. Did I kill him with that? Oh, I did. Please don't tell me he's sandstone. Nah, he doesn't. Yay! Okay, cool. Okay, we got him. Nice. They didn't even give us new maps. Like, these are just 4v4 maps, and they're like, oh, new mode, yay. So yeah, I would actually go ahead and give it like maybe a 7. Or maybe even a 6 because of how few effort there seems to be in this. That's like very sad. I'm disappointed, I have to admit. I'm pretty disappointed in that mode. In this mode, like the rest of this update, is plagued with bugs. Which brings us to the uncomfortable part of this video. There's a lot of controversy around this update, and this time, as opposed to last time, it is actually justified.
This is every bug with the new Duels update that I could find.
So, you get the bad boy screen, but you don't get the actual XP. That's a bug.
Yeah, I've actually encountered like many.
Everything's a little bit messed up in this. Can't say I'm like shocked, but it's a little bit disappointing, I suppose.
And /duel doesn't work for Bed Wars duels.
Do they like test anything?
Dude, Hypixel, how do you mess that up? But, you know, it's Hypixel, so it's kind of hard for them to release an update that isn't glitchy.
Yes, this update is very buggy and just doesn't feel very well executed in some places. So, another bug I experienced myself, I played this mode on stream. As I rejoined the server, instead of being put in the Duels lobby, I get put into the old Bad Wars game. Like, what? This is completely bugged from start to finish. Can I break blocks like this? No, I can't even place ad. What happens if I jump in the void? Okay, I just always get ported there. And then I get ported back here. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I played this for, I think, 25 minutes, and we experienced so many game-breaking, crazy bugs.
Some bugs would be fine, but like,
Yeah.
you guys had time. Like, there was no one like pushing you to do it.
Yeah.
You had like all the time you needed.
Which modes have you playtested so far?
I've playtested so far the Bed Wars duel and the Bed Rush duel.
Have you encountered any bugs?
Yeah, I've actually encountered like many.
Did the modes feel rushed to you as well? Like someone created them just quickly without much thought?
They definitely felt like very rushed.
Do you think the admins will actually like fix all the issues, like all the bugs?
Yeah, we've invited ModernLegendsLP in a few Duel servers. He sent a list with all the things he's gonna fix, and it's looking pretty good.
That's super amazing. Like, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's also like a huge post already where they started to fix some of these bugs. It's like a huge list. That was like a couple days after the update.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was good. But those were really necessary, or else the game just wasn't playable.
But it's actually, I didn't expect that Motor Gorilla. I think he's like the main game developer at the moment, like the admin for this. I didn't expect him to actually take the time and like listen to the top Duels players to see what he can improve.
Yeah, no, he was really nice. He came into this Duels archive server and he said, I truly want to make this better. The reason I'm here is because I legitimately want to make things right where I can. So yeah, he's really involved in the Duels a bit. He really wants it to be good. That's really nice to see, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need for these updates.
Yeah, exactly.
Pixel needs to listen to the community.
He said like, we can't please everyone. We'll say things and people will see them as promises and then be really disappointed when it comes out.
I mean, obviously you can't please everyone, but like you have to get rid of the bugs at least. That has to happen.
Yeah, he definitely takes like the popular opinion and then looks at it from a game designer's perspective and then sees what he can do.
That's very cool. I know Hypixel would tackle most of these issues, but it's just not a good look if you deliver a product that is this unpolished. This is just sad, and I think we've seen this in the past already. I absolutely love most of these ideas and changes, but if large parts of them feel as if the new intern was just given 30 minutes to create a new Duels update, that is just not the level of quality I expect from the biggest Minecraft server on the planet. I really like this update, but come on Hypixel. You really need to do better. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, go ahead and subscribe to my channel to not miss out on my next upload, which will be the pack release for my brand new 6,000 subscriber pack. Thank you so much for this insane milestone. I also want to thank Helbrim for being an awesome channel member, and now have yourself a wonderful rest of the day or night, and good